Each American city has its own distinct personality, defined by its iconic landmarks, famous streets, and of course, by its drivers. And most of us do a pretty good job behind the wheel. But then, there are the others.
I tapped it. No damage.
Bad driver, bad.
The ones who are responsible for hitting something every 5 seconds.
Shoot.
And racking up over 175 million traffic tickets a year. We're visiting some of this country's most iconic cities as we search for America's worst driver. These drivers have been nominated by someone who's endured one too many white-knuckle trips as a passenger.
Look at this, a one-way. Turn around.
First, we'll test their driving skills on the streets of their hometown.
This is impossible!
And then, we'll test them on our obstacle course.
Stop the water!
Where the skill challenges get tougher, the surprise is bigger, and the stakes even higher. Because the driver who can't shape up behind the wheel is crowned their city's worst driver, and will make absolutely sure they stay off the road by destroying their car in front of their eyes. Buckle up, we're on a search for America's worst drivers. One city at a time. This week, our search brings us to Boston, one of the oldest cities in America, synonymous with some of the most important moments in the birth of our nation, including the Boston Tea Party and the midnight ride of Paul Revere. And these days, it's also synonymous with traffic. It's one of the most congested cities in America and one of the most confusing. Its streets were never laid out in a grid system. Instead, they follow paths created by settlers in the early 1600s. And now, it's a nightmare for any driver, even worse for a bad one. And we've got 4. Alyssa, nominated by her friend Parker. Leanne, nominated by her husband Sean. Trisha, nominated by her lifelong friend Lisa, and Cheryl, nominated by her friend Susan.
Have you heard the expression that Boston is a walking city? Each of your partners has said that's not a slogan, it's a suggestion. All right, but what we're here to do is separate the simply bad drivers from the absolute worst.
And when we're done, whoever is named Boston's worst driver, that person will have to blow up their own car. But we've got a long way to go before we destroy someone's car. This competition is broken down into 2 parts. You're gonna have your city driving, and then you're gonna have your closed course driving. All good? All right, each challenge will have a prize, including a vacation for 2 to Florida. But no matter how you do in this competition, you will all be taking a AAA driver improvement course. You all start today with 100 points. Whoever has the most at the end of the day is our City Challenge winner. And the competition starts right now. Now, all of you live here. What do crazy sports fans in a crazy sports town do before the big game?
Tailgate!
Tailgate! Good answer.
That's why before we set you loose on the streets of Boston, we're gonna do a little tailgating here. As a matter of fact, we call it the Tailgate Challenge.
We've set up the parking lot for a classic tailgate party. The drivers must maneuver their car between a set of tables at each tailgate station and pick up a food item to deliver to Jill and Alonzo. Here are the rules. For every food item they fail to deliver, they'll lose 5 points. For everything they hit, they'll lose another point.
Did we mention you do this whole thing in reverse?
Oh.
Yeah, you'll be backing up through the tailgate party.
Good luck.
I can't believe what we have to do. This is like no tailgating party I've ever been to.
First up, Trisha and her lifelong friend Lisa.
Do you think you're America's worst driver?
No, I do not. Watch how good I do this.
Okay, ready?
Go. I nominated her because she's a horrible driver.
Am I gonna hit the? You gotta move that bag. I'm gonna spill the other milk. Oh my God, we got beans, Lisa. I got the beans. Oh, the beans.
Don't spill them on me. Don't spill the beans. She's distracted easily. She doesn't pay attention.
I'm going forward. Oh, really? 1 point. How many points? Ooh! Trisha, you went over the hibachi. So that... Wait, what are you doing? I don't care. I will back up. I will run them over.
Oh my God, she's going after our camera crew.
I turned around and looked at the crew, and they were all like tearing the headlights off. Hold my milk.
Hold my milk. See, there's a real friend.
My leg! Ow! You suck!
Trisha was so busy laughing and aiming for our crew, she completely forgot about the last station and the Boston cream pie.
Not only did you take out all the food, you almost hit 3 cameramen.
Horrible.
Thank you, Lisa. That was... Yes, thank you. Thank you. That was terrible.
She'll have to start the city driving with 71 points after losing 29 in the tailgate challenge and reshaping our hibachi. Next up is Alyssa.
Go!
Okay, go. No, the other way, the other way.
What do you mean the other way? This way.
Perfect.
I've never totaled the car. Just some little bumps.
I like to call it triple D, distracted deficit disorder.
Hold on tight.
Top of the friggin' morning to
Okay, next one's you. I'm really worried about hitting the tables. They're absolutely everywhere, and there's tons of stuff around.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, I hit it. We hit a lot of stuff. Am I hitting? Oh, I'm hitting a chair. And I smashed the table.
Oh! Timber!
There we go.
But I think we're gonna be fine. Bon appetit!
Done.
What a beautiful mess you've made.
Alyssa failed to pick up the Boston cream pie, so her total penalties cost her 14 points. She'll start the day with 86. Now it's Cheryl's turn to show us why she's here.
You ready? I'm ready. Okay. You can do this.
No way this is gonna work.
Who wants some baked beans?
There you go.
How am I doing?
I can't see it.
Famous last words. I can't see it.
The table is down.
Cheryl, you're doing a great job, but you have to back in.
It's a reverse challenge.
My reversing skills are very good, but I felt like they weren't highlighted in that particular challenge.
Cheryl's total penalties are 23 points, so she begins the city challenge day with 77. Now it's Leanne's turn.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I have been in about 5 car accidents.
Oh, you scratched the car.
Like what? The most stressful part about driving is driving with my husband.
I love my wife, but I hate her driving. I should throw this at you. Wow.
Sean's what you call a supportive husband.
Back up, back up.
Wow!
I'll tell you what. We're just gonna stop here.
Leanne missed the beans and the hot dogs and hit just about everything else. She lost a total of 28 points. That means she starts the city driving with just 72.
It's time to get this group out on the road. You all started the day with 100 points, but you're all leaving with a lot less after the tailgate challenge. And you could lose even more in the city.
Their next challenge is to follow our written directions. Here are the rules. They'll lose a point every time they miss a turn and for every traffic infraction. And they could lose more points in other challenges along the way.
4 off-duty traffic officers are going to be tailing you guys, taking away points every time you break laws.
Don't worry, you'll know every time you messed up because we've installed a red light and a buzzer in your car. Trust me, you'll know.
Oh my God.
So, are we ready to hit the streets?
Yeah, we're
Good. In your cars.
Okay.
Our directions are taking the drivers from our starting point in Foxborough onto the highway and into Cambridge before they make their way into Boston proper. This day in the city is going to help our drivers understand their shortcomings behind the wheel. Knowing what you're doing wrong is the first step in correcting those poor driving habits.
Whoa!
Although Trisha doesn't really think she has any.
I'm becoming a better driver already. I did. I read 2 signs, 95 north and go 40 at the same time. That was pretty good.
I drive perfect.
Too fast.
What? Maybe just a little too fast.
Going too fast.
I'm going 40! What did I do?
What did I do? Miss Perfect Driver.
Alyssa, meanwhile, is taking a hands-off approach to her city driving, a trait that drives Parker crazy.
Good thing I'm driving with my knees, driving with my knees.
Stop! It's gonna start
Driving with my knees.
Alyssa,
I'm excellent with driving with my knees, so I can dance with both
it's
hands.
fun for us, but not for anybody else on the road.
They don't know I'm driving with my knees.
Okay, when you say that you're driving with your friggin' knees, Alyssa.
Oh, man, I'm getting dizzy. Which way are we going here? Which way are we going?
Leanne's got her hands on the wheel, but she's spinning in circles in one of Boston's famed rotaries.
Then exit southeast on the Concord Avenue.
Oh, my God.
This might be Concord. I'm not sure.
It's the same.
They're saying it?
Coming up, Alyssa gets rave reviews for her driving in just 60 seconds. Our Boston drivers are trying to follow our written directions through the confusing and complex streets of neighboring Cambridge. It's home to two of America's most storied universities. Harvard, which has schooled 8 American presidents, including law school graduate Barack Obama, and MIT, which has produced more than 60 Nobel Prize winners. Here are their current scores in their City Challenge competition. Alyssa's rolling into Cambridge with a lead, so she's decided her day in the city is going to be a rolling party.
I'm usually in the car looking at other cars dancing.
Best dance parties ever.
It's half the reason I'm such a bad driver. Sorry.
Should we rave? Okay.
Trisha is proving she can't follow directions or traffic laws, which is exactly why Lisa nominated her.
North is towards...
No, in the hand. North, south.
East is us. Right hand side.
So you wanted to go north? Right, where I told you to go.
I think I have trouble on the road because I think of too many other things at the same time.
Go southwest on...
South. This way. What?
Your hands.
Hands.
Oh, she's a horrible driver.
All right, well, you know what, guys? I know.
At least she's struggling in Cambridge. Cheryl hasn't even exited the highway yet. It's why Susan nominated her. She's just way too cautious.
Oh my! Well, it says 25.
You're right.
And that's
You're
where
right.
I'm going. Thank you. Love you too.
That's probably the problem. Cheryl's too polite in her driving.
Yep.
While Cheryl keeps on smiling, the mood in Leanne's truck is not as upbeat. It's no second honeymoon for her and hubby Sean.
Should we stay on Bow?
Oh, crap.
Oh, we gotta go around the block.
Left turn only.
Go anyways.
Can you freaking listen to me without yelling at me?
You gotta go. There goes your red light.
He likes to tell me where to drive, how to drive, and where to go, and I get annoyed.
No, you don't have talking
No,
now. I'm in a bad mood.
no.
All right.
Sometimes I just don't have anything to say.
Yeah, but your eyes and you screwed up expressions on your face say it all.
Usually when you snap at me.
Following directions from Harvard to MIT is taking its toll on all our drivers.
Oh, you're funny, huh?
Oh, hi, group of pedestrians.
Especially Alyssa. She's losing points faster than any other driver.
Oh, I'm on a crosswalk.
Oh, that's why.
As the drivers approach MIT, they've been told to open their next set of instructions.
MIT, this is where the smartest people in the world are. Evidently not driving. All right, envelope number 2.
For this portion of the City Challenge, you will not have a map or GPS.
You must find and drive by the following locations
In the order they are listed.
The statue of Paul Revere.
and Faneuil Hall.
I don't know what that is.
What?
Let's go take a view of Boston.
Now the driving gets tougher. From here on out, they won't have any written directions, and once they cross the Charles River, it's easy to lose their sense of direction.
Boston is actually torture to drive in.
It's constantly changing. Roads that were there aren't there anymore.
Less than ideal conditions for our 4 worst driver candidates.
It's Boston, baby.
Boston, baby, we sweat blood and tears, we bleed
Wicked awesome.
Alyssa, was that a stop sign?